My name is Raquel, and I'm here to discuss how I ended up with Microlocs. So I would say it was October 2021. Yeah, I was on Instagram. I was on my search page, and I seen a picture of a beautiful, gorgeous girl. So I clicked on the picture to like the picture and read. It was like, what kind of hairstyle does she have? Her hair was all fanned out, and it said Sisterlocks, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are Sisterlocks? So I went to Google and saw what Sisterlocks was, and I was like, oh, those are nice. And I was just thinking, like, man, I never even thought about locking my hair. Well, one, because I always thought I couldn't be able to do all the hairstyles that I love to do. And so it was never a thought. So, with that being in mind, I saw that picture, loved it, totally crushing on her style. So it just was in the back of my head as I was going through life, right? So I guess a few weeks later, I was on Instagram again and I came across the picture again, and it was just in my head like, man, I want that hairstyle. And I'm at the point of my life, I'm like, you know what? Just do it. Do all the things, right? Life is too short. I don't want to have any regrets. And I've been living natural for so many years. And what have I been doing? For the most part, keeping it in a bun, especially when I'm at work, keeping it in a bun. Not doing it only occasions if I'm going to a wedding or something fancy do I straighten it or anything like that. So I was like, I'm not really doing anything with my hair. Why not give it a try, right? So kept thinking about it. And then I went and showed my husband this lady's picture. This lady, I should just put it up because how fabulous is she, right? So she got me started with this. And so he was like, oh, it's nice. And I'm like, no, what do you think? Because if I do it, you're stuck looking at it and I don't want to hear any complaints about you not liking it. And he was like, no, do whatever you want. He was like, as a matter of fact, I'll even pay for it. It can be your Christmas and birthday present because my birthday is close to Christmas. And I was like, okay, bet. So I went and started Googling loctician near me or Sisterlocks loctician near me. But then I kind of took a pause and then I went on to YouTube. And then put in Sisterlocks and start seeing everybody's journeys and how fabulous their locks was turning out. But I also saw and heard horror stories. And I was not feeling the horror stories, such as people paying all this money, thinking they're getting Sisterlocks, and then being told, you don't got Sisterlocks. I couldn't imagine. I would be so pissed. So not only that, combining their locks, jacking up their locks, them ghosting them, all of those things, having to depend on them. Like, I've been doing my hair since I was 11. I can remember the day I was like, you know what, I'm starting to do my own hair. Somebody was braiding my hair and their knuckles was deep in my scalp. And I was just like, oh, I can't take this anymore. So ever since then, I'm like, I'll do it. It didn't look great, but as I've gotten older, I've mastered what I've done. So anytime I go on vacations, anytime I go anywhere, it's always like, what am I doing with my hair? What am I doing with my hair? So I'll always spend a day putting in box braids, twists, all kind of things with my hair, right? Like everybody else does. So I was like, oh, enough of that. How about I just have this style? Maybe I'll keep it for like the next decade of my life, right? So that's how I kind of went into it. And then being on YouTube, I stumbled upon Queen Eileen's page, and she gave the whole blueprint of how to lay it out and do it. And I was like, this is totally doable. This is totally easy. Like, I can do this. And with my schedule, I work long hours, but then I have big gaps of days. So I was like, okay, on my next big spread of days that I have off, I'm gonna get it done. And that's pretty much what I did. So I went from seeing it in October, did a little, did my research, went on YouTube, seen different things, and then was like, it's about to happen. And finished it November 18th. That was my November 18th, 2021. That was my finish date. And it took me a week, like I said. Parted it out. I had a 5-way mirror, so it folded out. I was able to see the back of my head. It wasn't easy, but having to strain your head for this way for so long, but I did it, and here I am. So I am interlocked, not a twist or braid, and I did a 4-point rotation. And throughout the time, every time I needed advice, because really nobody in my family has any kind of locks. So N12 Beauty and the Digital Loctician, those 2 pages helped me out so much, answered a lot of my questions and got me through. I would say the most hiccup I had was my ends always trying to unravel, even though I braided and banded, but my hair just was like trying to constantly just unravel. So I had to chill it with the spray, but also because I was also cycling like 3 times a week, so my hair was constantly being wet. And that was another reason I went with these Microlocs, because I needed to know I would be able to wash my hair as often as I wanted to, because I was always in a routine of washing my hair at least once a week. And with cycling, I need to wash it more. I can't have no stank ass hair. So yeah, that's how another reason why I came about to be. And I know a lot of people like to see all up in there. I like to see all up in there, so I'll show you what my hair looks like and what I ended up doing. Well, and these beads here, I put them on like in the beginning. I got some like gold-plated beads from Michael's, and I just threaded them on pretty much, and they live with me until until they decide to start tarnishing or something. But I'm now 15 months into my journey, and still going strong, still love them, have them in the hot spots, the places where I like to keep out, especially these 2 are my favorite locks. So I always like to like pin my hair up and have those out whenever, if a bun, whatever, whenever I'm going to work, I have to pin my hair back. These 2 are my favorite. And here I made a little lock jewelry, my little shell. I like that a lot. I like doing stuff like that. So this was good for me because I like doing little things with my hands anyways. So that's how I ended up choosing my Microlocs over Sisterlocks, because I was dead set like, oh, I'm gonna get those Sisterlocks. But turns out for me, I needed hair autonomy. I needed to be able to take total control. I didn't want to wait for somebody's availability. I didn't want to wait for if I had problems for them to get fixed. I wanted to know how to do it all on my own. And then I didn't want to have to go and pay to take a class just for me to be able to mess with my hair, or else they wouldn't be called Sisterlocks anymore. There's a lot of rules. I don't really follow all those rules. So for me, it wasn't the greatest decision, because I am a very much DIYer. I do a lot of things myself. And so it worked out for me, and it can work out for you. If you're thinking about maybe I should try to do it myself, or oh, it's too tedious. Hey, at first it is daunting and it is a long time, but it'll be over and you'll have it done, and you can do it as you want. Like I took my time over that week and just got it done. Some people take longer than that, but like I said, if you're a DIYer, if you like doing things yourself, if you like to have control, not like in a controlling way, but to like have it yourself and depend on yourself, give it a try. Stop thinking about it. I would say, oh, I would have done it sooner, but no, I wouldn't have done it sooner. For me, it happened at the right time of my life. And like I said, I didn't even see anybody with locks that looked like that. So for me, it wasn't something like, oh, I've been thinking about for a long time. No, I seen her picture in October. November, I was done locking my hair. And I wouldn't take it back, not one bit. And like I said, I told myself this will be something I have for the next decade, maybe longer. We don't know. We shall see. But thanks for listening. I appreciate you stopping by, and see you later.